What natural material catches a spark better? Is it silver birch bark, King Alfred's cake, or Fatwood? In this video I'll be testing to see which one takes a spark the best. So let's start with silver birch bark. Silver birch bark can be harvested from living or dead trees. I would always advise you harvest from the dead fallen trees. Simply use your knife to cut out the required amount and carefully peel the bark away from the tree. The outer bark is highly flammable due to its oil content, even when wet, making it an excellent choice for tinder. You can also look for trees with peeling bark, as they naturally shed their outer layers. Gently peel away only the loose papery outer bark without cutting the tree or removing the inner bark, as this can cause harm. Dowdenia concentrica, also known as King Alfred's cakes, or cramples. They are a type of fungus that grow primarily on dead or dying ash trees. These fungi are excellent for making tinder because they ignite easily and burn slowly. To harvest, use a knife or your fingers to gently twist and pull the fungus away from the bark. Now, you're probably wondering where they get their name from. Legend has it that King Alfred was fleeing from the Vikings in the 9th century. He took refuge in a peasant's house and was asked to watch over her cakes that were baking by the fire. Distracted by his problems, Alfred supposedly let the cakes burn. The cakes were thrown into the forest, and poor old Alfred is now forever remembered as the king that burnt cakes. Now we need to look for some pine trees. If only the dogs could give us a clue. This'll do. To locate Fatwood, look for dead pine trees, particularly the stumps, roots, or where the branches meet the tree. These often contain concentrated resin. The resin-soaked wood typically appears darker and has a distinct, pleasant pine smell. Once you identify a suitable source, use your saw or hatchet to chop away a piece of wood. To prepare your birch bark, simply use your knife to scrape fine shavings off of the bark. The more you scrape, the more chance you have of catching a spark. To light all three materials, I will be using a ferro rod. Let's see how the silver birch bark gets on. Okay, that's good. Only took a few strikes and that is burning hot and bright. It doesn't burn for too long, but enough time for you to add more material to keep the fire going. Now with King Alfred's cake, you will need to let it dry out. If the inside feels a bit sponge-like, then it isn't dry enough and will not catch a spark. Once dry, cut into pieces and aim the sparks for the ring-like layers on the inside. So we finally got an ember, but it did take a while. This fungus was used in early civilizations for transporting fire from one camp to another, due to its capabilities of holding an ember for a long time. You can see how easy it is to transfer one ember to another King Alfred cake. This will continue to smoulder for a few hours once lit. People would often keep them in their hands and use them as hand warmers. So what do we need to do to our fatwood? We simply shave away at the bark, revealing the resin. Then we continue to use our knife to produce resin coated shavings. Once you have enough collected, use your ferro rod to ignite the shavings. The thinner the shavings, the easier it will be to take a spark. The fat wood ignites easily, burns hot, and keeps alight for a decent amount of time. So there we go. Which one would you prefer to use? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content.